My name is Alden Anthis. I'm 21 years old, and yes, I'm half Greek, half American. I just graduated from the University of Wyoming with a major in accounting. Numbers have always been my thing, so I'm sure working in this profession will be both fulfilling and enjoyable. But right now, I'm focused on one thing: finding a job. After 2 weeks of non-stop interviews, I was growing tired and losing hope. Swift Accounting, a firm located downtown, was my last stop on the list of potential employers. I wasn't too excited, but since it was my final chance, I decided to give it a try. The moment I stepped inside, I was struck by the luxury of the place. The atmosphere spoke of elegance and success. But as I approached the receptionist, my optimism faded. She was a little stern, which made me feel like the job might be out of reach. Just as I was thinking about leaving, a woman appeared from the CEO's office. She was captivating, with a warm smile and eyes that sparkled. Her professional demeanor drew me in, and suddenly I felt a bit more confident. "Are you an applicant?" she asked, inviting me into the office. Inside, the room was simple, but her presence commanded attention. I quickly realized she was Katy Swift, the CEO herself. We had a brief interview, and to my surprise, she seemed impressed with my qualifications, despite my lack of experience. Before I knew it, she offered me the job. The next morning, I arrived at the office bright and early, eager to start. After a brief orientation, I was assigned to the tax accounting group, which felt like a breeze since I had excelled in that area during college. I spent my first day observing and familiarizing myself with my new responsibilities, and the hours flew by quickly. Just as I thought the day was over, Ms. Swift approached me again, her voice soft yet commanding. "Alden, can you stay for a few minutes?" she asked, prompting me to follow her into her office. As I entered, she asked for my help with some extra work, and there was something about her demeanor that felt different, maybe even personal. I felt a mix of anxiety and excitement, unsure of how to interpret her signals, but determined to remain professional. As the night progressed, we worked together, discussing numbers and strategies, and I couldn't help but feel a connection growing between us. When we finished, Katy leaned back, looking satisfied, and thanked me for my hard work. I left the office that night reflecting on how quickly my life had changed. Just days ago, I was struggling to find work, and now I was working alongside a dynamic CEO. I felt hopeful and excited about the future. I didn't know what awaited me at Swift Accounting, but I was ready for whatever came next. The next morning, I was at the office bright and early, eager to start. There were 14 new employees, and I was placed in the tax accounting group. The day flew by quickly as I observed the flow of work and familiarized myself with my new responsibilities. But just as I thought the day was over, Ms. Swift approached me again. Her voice was soft but commanding as she asked me to stay behind for a bit. "Can you come to my office for a moment?" she requested. Nervous but curious, I followed her. Inside, she asked for my help with some extra work. There was something about the way she interacted with me that felt different, maybe even personal. I wasn't sure how to interpret her signals, but I decided to remain professional and focused. As the night went on, I couldn't help but reflect on how quickly my life had changed. Just days ago, I was struggling to find work, and now, here I was working overtime with the CEO herself. I didn't know what the future held, but I was ready for whatever came next.